Media TV. This is the first episode of How to Become the Media TV. Set up this little set, and one of the things on Pyrebang, well, the thing we're trying to teach you how to do on Pyrebang is to become the media. And in order to teach you how to become the media, we need to first learn how to become the media, and this is the next step, is to get on TV. You know, grab your camera and become 60 Minutes. With me today is my first guest, Dino Crawley. He's living in Japan right now. He's a Pyrebang member. Been with us since the beginning, pretty much. And welcome, Dino.
Thank you, Christian. It's good to be with you. Pyrebang has been around for quite a while. It's become explosive, and this is just another faction, or should I say, another step up for Pyrebang. I'm happy to be a part of the first media blitz you got going.
How to become the media, man, and this is how you do it. I mean, this is my it's my living room. I've got my little props set up here. I've got my lighting. You know, I've got the a couple of 300 watt halogens right up here that just blinded me when I looked at them. And I've got a little lamp on the floor. There's, I've got the little Pyrebang flyer right underneath here. And there you go. Now we're the media. And now one of the things that I want to talk about is how the lamestream media is handling this story on the Restore America plan. They are just totally dropping the ball, man. You know?
Yeah. The Christian Science Monitor was where I got this report, and it reads, Guardians of the Free Republics look to Gandhi, King, and Mandela.
Yeah.
The Guardians of the Free Republics' stated desire was to peacefully and non-violently restore America to a pre-1933 form of government. But why would 50 governors step down at their request? In the wings, the groups insinuated weighted military. So they're trying to say, it seems to me, in the report issued by the Christian Science Monitor, they're trying to say that there's some kind of violent wing waiting to take over the government.
Yeah, and in Austin, there's the local news there in Austin had a report where it says governors threatened. That was the headline, huge headlines, and it was like the whole terror lockdown was in place in Austin. So it's ridiculous. It's hilarious from my perspective. Seeing how they're handling this, it's absolutely ridiculous.
Let me touch on a few things, but let me read the report. It's a short report. It's out of Atlanta, and it states, quote, in a recent plea, Sam Kennedy, a guardian elder of the Guardians of the Free Republics, warned that the modern-day original government, and this is original, quote, government, unquote, revolutionaries to approach their March 31st Restore American Plan with Martin Luther King Jr., Nelson Mandela, and Mohandas Gandhi in mind.
Mahatma Gandhi. I think it's Mahatma Gandhi. I think is how you say it. I'm not sure.
Supposedly, they have Mohandas Gandhi. Quote, we would simply like to urge patriots everywhere to champion their faith instead of force and allow the Restore American Plan an uneventful 30 to 60 days for visible implementation, which will ultimately end the bogus prosecutions and terrorist activities once and for all, unquote, wrote Kennedy recently. The FBI failed to understand the Guardian's peaceful intentions. A letter by Mr. Kennedy to all 50 governors demanding they step down within 3 days or be removed contained an implicit threat and could be cause, the FBI worried, for incitement for others to take action against the government.
Now, Dino, I want to say something about that, that they have to step down within 3 days. We have never demanded that they resign. We're giving them a choice. They can take a valid oath to the lawful Constitution, which is the law of this land, or they can resign. So if the lamestream media is going to talk about governors resigning, I guess they're all deciding not to take valid oaths to the Constitution.
That is what it would seem like to me as well. Not to mention
recognize the problem is that they don't have the correct oath in place, and the people are the authority in a republic, and we simply organized, and we are now noticing, folks, of laws that were not followed, and these folks have been. It's coming home to roost. They've been walking all over the Constitution for so long, and the fact is that if they're doing something unlawful, sooner or later somebody's going to bust you for it. Well, they're getting busted, man. And another thing about the agency, there's agencies and services and bureaus. What is an agency or a service or a bureau? These things are absolute fictions that were created extra-constitutionally as well. So anybody that you see...
That's correct.
Anybody that you see from these agencies, the FBI or the CIA or any of those, they're all these agencies that their jobs are on the chopping block, and that's now as far as the governors, there was this one report I was watching, the CNN report on this governor saying, "Oh, we just handing this stuff over to the state police. We got the letter, and somebody else opened it, and then they handed it off to the state police." Now, the state police is a de facto organization, so wouldn't do you know if the state police is actually going to tell these governors what was in the letter? Are they not even? Yeah. Is that some of these governors are not even actually reading the letter that was addressed to them? So you open the letter, you find out there's no anthrax in it or something, and then you read the damn thing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, seriously.
Mm-hmm. No, I hear what you're saying. And let me go back to something you said. You were talking about the bureaus and the services and the agencies that are set up by the governors and the government that's in power, or should I say these governors. These agencies, services, and bureaus are actually set up to sidestep the Constitution.
Exactly.
To go around and through. Yeah. They can enforce policies that are not necessarily constitutional, yeah. but because they are agencies, bureaus, and services, they're not obligated under the Constitution to be accountable to the people. Yep. Their accountability goes to those that appointed them.
Right. Well, the fact of the matter is that these letters were served by the provost marshals. Okay, now that service, these governors have been served. So if they do not want to read what is in these letters, that's going to be at their own peril, because we have the guns now, and there it is. There it is. We have the guns now. The military no longer works for the Queen. The military works for the Republic. The military wants to follow lawful orders. They're sick of being thrown into meat grinders time after time and again, wars for the bankers. Okay? And they realized what was going on. They saw the ruination of America. They looked at their Constitution and said, this stuff that these people are doing is wrong. And they sought out some patriots, and that's when Sam Kennedy and the Guardians got involved. I got involved, as I told you, much later. I have my own personal path to sovereignty. I have my own mentor, who was teaching me stuff.
That's right.
And doing my own research online. And then I found the Guardians, and I read what was in there. I felt confident enough in my own law research to be able to put my own signature on that. Okay, my own autograph. I don't like saying signature, but it's signature, autograph. It's kind of lawful legal,
It's not that long. If I may go on, Christian, it says actively recruiting across the country in the last few months and promoted on a Texas radio station, the Guardians of the Free Republic believe the U.S. government is a corporate imposter put in place by corporate banksters as part of the New Deal in 1933.
Okay, let me stop you again. Ready? You can read it again in a second. Now, all the media is doing there is they're saying, okay, this is what they believe. Okay. Now, did the media do any type of investigation? Did they actually open a Black's Law dictionary? Did they actually research this stuff and go to section to Title 28 and read the definition of the United States federal corporation? Okay? No, they did not do any of that, and that's what the media doesn't do, because they're in it to make money, and they're going to lose a ton of money over this, and there you go.